Hello, welcome to Heroes of Might and Magic 2. For this game I'm going to be doing a 1v5 Clash of Dragons. So I'm going to make everyone Warlock, and of course it would be against 5 computers all allied against me on impossible difficulty. Now there is a map called Dragon Wars, which I think is just 3 Warlocks. So this will be a bit of a quasi-Dragon Wars, but with more players of course. They'll also be allied against me. So, might see if I can do Dragongeddon as well. Like, they're not going to only produce dragons. They'll produce other stuff too. And I think this map has a whole bunch of random towns. So there will be things other than dragons, of course. But Dragongeddon is when you get dragons and you get Armageddon. And you just cast Armageddon, everything dies except the dragons. So, a bit cheesy, but can be a lot of fun. Can be disgustingly cheesy in some cases, but yeah, it's all good fun. And there's also another spell called Elemental Storm in Heroes 2, which is kind of like a half damage Armageddon. It's actually the original Armageddon, and then Armageddon was added in Heroes 2. But anyway, see what we can do here. Right away you can see the utility of Warlock. Units, the slowest unit is average speed. Later on you do get Hydras, which are very slow, but for now this is the slowest unit. It's also ranged, and it also has the highest HP of all level 1 units. Meanwhile you get the Gargoyle, which is kind of like a utility unit. Very good for blocking archers. Also got decent defense skill with 7. Very fast. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but a flying level 2 very fast unit is very, very handy. They've also got the advanced scouting. So that's always nice. Kind of like Dima, the original Dima in Heroes 3. And Warlocks all start with Curse as well. Don't think this guy's going to do 10 damage. There we go. Now hopefully this level 2 shrine will be something handy. Okay, Disrupting Ray is not bad. Not very useful against these things, but I'll take it. Now when I fight those sprites, get all that gold there. But the problem is these are flying, so they'll swoop in on my centaurs. So I think the solution is perhaps to get more units first. And if I line up the order of the units initiative, it should work out pretty well. So let's see what we can do. It's already day 4, so I better build something. Alright, that's going to have to do. Okay, I'm going to split these into 3 groups. They'll go first. See what happens. And sprites, they're flying and they have no enemy retaliation, which is just lovely. It's a mess. centaurs, I think, aren't actually going to be able to shoot. Oh, this one there. Okay, that worked out pretty well. There we go, only 2 centaurs. Okay, pack of phoenix gun in that teleporter, that's actually pretty bad. It'll be a long time before I can take on a pack of phoenix. So 5, 6, and 7. So I should be able to build the standard week 1 structures. Very tempting to get the mage go level 1. I'll go with the waterfall just to get the extra centaurs. Tempting to pick that up as well. You got to be careful in heroes too, because sometimes you can be attacked by rogues, and that artifact makes you immune to berserk, so not really critical right now. I've got a lot of gold, which is great. Yeah, I really want to get this. Okay, didn't get very good spells, but still kind of nice. Bless is good on the griffins. Griffins tend to get targeted by enemy melee units, so blessing them can be good, because they've got a damage range of 3 to 5 in situations like this. I've actually got the resources to build the mage go level 2, so I'm going to do that now. There we go. Lightning bolt and blind. Very, very good. So I'm going to have to head back, but it will be worth it. The thing about Warlock is that, especially playing on Impossible, you really need the mage go level 2 to activate their abilities, namely spell power. So lightning bolt. See, already Falagar has 5 spell power. Oh no, I think I did this the wrong way around. Warlocks have I think a 50% chance to get spell power when they level up. Not a lot of knowledge though, which can be a problem, of course. Actually, I probably should have just used lightning bolt. Well, that blind is going to last a long time, so that's alright. Now this is heroes too, so they've got no chance of getting morale. And also because it's Heroes 2. Heroes 2's blind is even better than Heroes 3's blind, because because they lose their turn when they get attacked. Whereas in Heroes 3, they will get their turn back if they haven't moved yet for the round. Alright, Castor got knowledge then, so that's nice. And there's magic wells around on this map, so the mana thing isn't too big a deal. Now normally they would get their turn now, but because this is Series 2, they've lost their turn. It's very, very powerful. Also only costs 6 mana. These are undead, so I won't be able to blind them and fall. But at the same time, they can't get morale. Get the swamp first before the maze, actually. Might be able to use those hydras to clear some of this stuff. That was probably a mistake, but oh well. These are rangers, which means they will shoot twice, but if they're in melee the whole time, then they won't be able to shoot at all. Levels I can get, more likely the more spell power I can get. Well, it looks like I got attack skill for one of those levels. Not really what you want as a Warlock early on. Will come in handy later though. I've recruited a few barbarians, which is interesting. Maybe because everyone's Warlock, the map pool has run out of Warlocks. But this 6 spell power, I'm going to actually kill 6 griffins right off the bat. I might blind them instead though. I want to save my mana for the fight with the computer. Hopefully that is the right call. Okay, another spell out. So this gargoyle is going to swoop in on my centaur right away. So the gargoyle goes, then his gargoyle goes, then my centaur goes. So if I do this, hang on, this will do 175. Yeah, so that is enough damage. So I get to shoot, but then he's going to devastate these griffins. 20 centaurs, wow. Down to 10 mana now, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I thought that might happen. This guy has 14 Minotaur Kings. Not really much I can do about that. Sure how much gold I do have actually. Looks like I'm gonna have to fight there. Yeah, I think I got a little bit over eager there. There's a guy here now as well. Alright, I think I do need to go through this portal. So what I'm actually going to do is just restart. Because I don't think... It was a good start, but I think I bungled it a little bit through my aggression. I thought if I went aggressive there, it would be the right call, but it really backfired. So I'll try something else this time. this is like 40 halflings. I'm not going to be able to take them, but I will try my luck. Okay, it's 48, so that's really, really not good. Halflings do very little damage though if you curse them. Actually, I think this will be alright. Okay, a bit better than I expected. So I'll do the same or similar opening strategy where I get, it's pretty straightforward with Warlock. You get the crypt and the nest, then you get the stuff here. And then if you can, you get Mage Gear level 2. And then hope that you get Lightning Bolt or Cold Ray. Alright, it's Titans now, but at least there's only a few of them instead of a pack. Alright, let's try it out. Alright, magic arrow, so that's nice. It does 40 damage, so it should... Yeah, there we go. Okay, that artifact is just +1 attack skill this time. Alright. Looks like I won't have to build the level 2 Mage Guild. I could still get it to try and get things like Steel Skin, Blind and Disrupting Ray, but I've already got Lightning Bolt without having to pay for it, so... Oh wow, I can actually get the maze. I think I'll get that. Costs a lot of gold, but getting that weak one is pretty good. Don't know if you saw that, but Warlocks can actually be offered Necromancy, which is pretty funny. Now I've got to fight lots of Parkmen, which is going to be tricky. states on this guy so we can bring in some extra money. I'm actually going to wait for more troops before I fight those pikemen. Just max out on flying units for now. I'm on 13 mana, so it was tempting to wait another day for a second lightning bolt. But I think a couple of magic arrows will do. The thing about knight troops is that they tend to have low HP but high defense skills, so makes them very vulnerable to magic. Alright, lost a griffin, but that's okay. Now there's this magic well here, so I'll just simply replenish my mana. Actually, this guy, yeah. This time I'll use him to bring the minotaurs up for some extra meat. Okay, more spell power, very nice. Now I won't charge into them this time. Hopefully that'll sort it all out. think on this map I kind of have to take Eagle Eye there. Really unfortunate, but don't think navigation's really going to do anything. Okay, that actually was unlucky, because it allowed the next stack of balls to get in there. Funny thing about luck in these games is that it's not always good to do double damage. Okay, good amount of gold now. Good amount of sulfur and ore. Can actually build the... almost got enough money for the green tower, but I do need to build a swamp first. Oh, I haven't built the waterfall yet. It's already week 3, so I've missed out on it twice now. Okay, that's good. Sort of. Okay, he does have mysticism, but I still will build a mage guild in here. Better build a waterfall before I forget again. There's no way to get the green tower this week. I think I should be able to get it next week though. Okay. Very tempting to grab this and then attack him, but that might be a mistake. It's going to come down to the magic. This, like the spellcasters and spells like Lightning Bolt, it's very much king in these early game situations. As you can see, Castor has 8 spell power. So his Lightning Bolt does 200 damage, which is a lot. Like if you look at his army, horde of centaurs, so let's say that's 50 centaurs. Lightning Bolt will actually pretty much wipe out the entire stack. I think it'll kill 40 because they have 5 HP each. I'll probably use them on the gargoyles then. Similarly, it'll kill like 17 or 18, I think. So yeah, very, very devastating Lightning Bolt this early game. So I'll wait in here for see what he does. We'll get an extra turret. Alright, here we go. So it's exactly 50 centaurs. Meanwhile, yeah. Okay, his magic is a bit lackluster. I was expecting it to be a lot more powerful than that. What I'm actually going to do is... So 200 damage is enough to kill. Maybe 40. So I'm going to slow them first. With the lightning bolts. As you can see, it just wipes out almost the entire stack. You'll notice the towers now regard the gargoyles as not a flying unit. That's why they shot the Hydra instead of the gargoyle, because normally, actually learned something from Eagle Eye. But normally they'll focus the range units first and then onto the flying units. Okay, I think I can go for these rocks now. They will swoop in on my flying units on the other hand. Getting that's +2 defense, which I think will be really handy. It's about 20 rocks because they were a pack before. So 5 times 4 plus 1, so 21. I can wipe out a whole stack with a single lightning bolt. Okay, that's all my skills now. A little bit annoying about getting Eagle Eye. I would have preferred pathfinding or luck, but I did. It's already come in handy, so who's to say? Can almost build the green tower. Just a couple more days. Couple more days of accruing sulfur. Try and get in there because through that portal there's like gold mines, things like that. Lots of artifacts as well. Gonna leave that stuff there. Move back out just with this. Might actually try a timing attack on their castle down here. Might not be enough, but we'll see what we can do. I think I can abuse this terrain pretty badly. Sprite's no enemy retaliation's handy as well. Centaurs only have 6 shots, but that might be all I need. That's it, out of shots. Yep, there we go. Looks like he's coming for me. I'm back on full mana. 10 spell power. This is pretty typical Warlock stats. 250 damage lightning bolt. He'll probably have a lot of spell power as well. Pack of Minotaur Kings. I think that's got to be... It's 5 a week. It's 3 starting. Probably 2 weeks worth, but they get a bonus as well. So it's probably 15. But I can wipe most of them out just for my lightning bolt, so let's see how we go. Alright, exactly 15. Alright, doesn't look like he has the... There's an artifact which makes you take half damage. Half damage from lightning bolt, also one of half damage from... Ooh. Okay, wasn't expecting that. So this now has 121 health, so we're going to have to use cold rain to finish it off. So as you can see, it's pretty much just a contest of who has the most spell power. There we go, got one more spell power now. Don't have much army left though, so if I do attack this, I'm going to have to wipe it out pretty much in a single go. But they tend to leave stuff in there to defend, so chances are. Let's go for it. If I can survive one round of shooting from the towers, it's going to be extremely close. And then in here, I'll build a green tower. Could be a month of plague though, but I can't afford. Well, actually, no, I can if I trade. Can get a dragon. First dragon. Oh, okay, that's that. I think I'm low on mana as well, so. Yeah. It's okay. Alright, I'll just stay for one more cast and then I'll retreat. Just gonna run out of steam there. Run out of troops. Not completely unexpected. It was a bit of a long shot, but there you go. Now though, I can get my dragons. Don't even need to stay to get my mana back because dragons are they're just that powerful. Green dragons aren't ideal. Normally I like to get the red tower, but I prefer to just get back into their face as soon as possible, so that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully they line up for me. Yes. Now the green dragon only has speed of average, which is a bit of a weakness. Still very, very good though. And of course, I'm immune to all spells. So its damage range is the same for all three, 25 to 50. That's for green, red, and black dragons. But it does get one extra attack and defense each time. So green dragon has 12-12, but red dragon has 13-13, and black dragon has 14-14, which is the second highest in the game. Highest being a Titan, which has 15-15. These are ghosts, which are a very special unit. As you can see, they're targeting my gargoyles. And these, I don't know if you noticed, but there were 10 in each stack, but now it's 11. So each thing they kill, regardless of what it is, actually creates an additional ghost. So if there's 100 peasants and 10 ghosts attacks and happens to do 100 damage, kills all the peasants, then that's instantly 100 ghosts, which is just insane. So you can't actually recruit them. I think there's a structure in the expansion that lets you recruit them, but I'd play without that if I could, because that seems a bit powerful. There you go, there's the lightning helm. So that's especially handy for dragons, because dragons are immune to spells. So nice timing. I can give it to the other hero though, so it's not a complete disaster. I'm actually going to try and build this up and make it a bit of an outlying outpost. I can use Rathmon to do it on the other hand. Might use a barbarian because that'll make the towers do more damage. So this terrain is quite favourable for me. So I'm going to really try and abuse it. Pretty sure I won't lose a dragon. Okay. Quickly grab my mana back before fighting anyone else. Right, there we go. Oh, I've actually run out of ore. So hopefully this will give me an attack skill. Okay, yep. Well, he's a barbarian, of course he gave me an attack skill. Not going to have great morale, but that's okay. So turrets should do a decent amount of damage. Got a couple of low damage magic arrows. Lots of gargoyles, okay. So I'll probably swoop in on these. Yeah, again, it's going to come down to what kind of magic she has. Alright, looks like they blocked each other. So now I'm going to fight this guy instead. I'm going to assume he's pretty high level, has some pretty good magic, does have some good flying stuff. Right, 36 griffins is quite a lot. Pretty sure this mage god has slow actually, so that'll be handy. Alright, he's not as powerful as I thought he would be. Once these minotaurs are in, I'm basically dead. not a lot of damage. Okay. Probably shouldn't have hit the griffins with the dwarves. And would have survived maybe another round, get some more shots off on the towers, but would have only killed a couple of griffins. So not exactly a game changer there. The real story is this dragon army. They can get whittled down though by towers, so you do have to be careful. Alright, full mage guild. A lot of this stuff doesn't apply to dragons because it's magic. I've only got basic wisdom anyway. Berserker would be nice once I get advanced wisdom. But that's their main town, so that's quite good for me. Might as well try and hold it. I think I should be able to win this. Yep, shit's only got one spell power. She's a barbarian after all. Yeah, that's pretty much it for her casting. A lot of these mage guilds have slow, which is quite handy. Sorcerer. Sorry, excuse me. Sorceress is pretty good defensively. Thanks to the 3 knowledge. Same stats as a wizard from Heroes 3. Okay, now she has 3 spell power. Actually going to use her now. No, the place doesn't have a crypt, unfortunately. That's Gem, by the way, the original Gem, when she was a sorceress. aggro as well. So I might actually lose a dragon here. Okay, maybe not. Okay, 0 attack and defense. So this Medusa, 8 attack skill against my 16 defense. So 8 times 5 is 40. So they'll do minus 40%. They do an average of 8 damage. Maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe like 5 damage each, so they'll do about 60 damage. Those elves are going to be a problem as well. My dragon's attack won't be able to wipe them all out in one go, so I'm going to do this. Okay, so far so good. Still haven't lost a dragon. Now I'm actually going to send Castor up. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to send him back to upgrade the dragons. Meanwhile, I'll get Wrathmon out there with this other stuff. Wizard has appeared. Okay, he's actually got a black dragon, don't know how many. Let's just fight, see what happens. Okay, only one, thankfully. I was a bit worried there. Does have a lot of minotaurs though. Now what I'm going to do is try to cut the hell out of this. Oh wow, really expected that to keep finishing off. Based on another hero coming up from the south there, the yellow player still has another town, so it's not quite the end of them yet. Ooh, didn't see this guy. Also has black dragons. Hopefully not too many. Could be where the rest of the dragons are. Alright, let's fight, see what happens. Actually, I might grab some stuff on the way over. Just to bait out some shots. Okay, still only one. black dragon's down now. Was going to build the crypt, but not much point building it now. Just get this and hope for the best. She does have some decent magic, so those druids are going to be annoying, but see what happens. 17. Wow. Okay, not doing too much damage. No, she's only level 1. And here's the thing about heroes too. Even though this stuff is slower than this stuff, it's actually to my benefit because now the druids have to waste their turn attacking the griffin. So it's a funny dynamic compared to Hero's Story. Like Hero's Story's weight function in combat really just gives the advantage to the faster units by a very large extent. Getting pretty lucky with the catapult missing as often as it is. The towers in Heroes 2 are much more consistent than the ones in Heroes 3, in my opinion, because they follow a very simple order of priority. Whereas in Heroes 3, they just do some just baffling things sometimes. So right then, that was good. Not always optimal, but at least consistent. Consistent and predictable. Which I think in a game like this is actually better gameplay. Ah, I went for the other town, okay. Hopefully her magic isn't too devastating. Alright, good start. Okay, another low level here. she is a sorceress, she does have very high knowledge by default, pretty much. Okay. There's another guy lining up to attack. Don't know if Rathmore will be able to take that. It does have basic ballistics, but I'll actually pull back. Just play it safe. There's another guy waiting right there. And now we have 6 dragons to recruit. So we're going to wait there a minute. Battle dwarves, eh? I can get most of them. I'm actually running out of gold now. I think 8 will be enough then. And I'll just sprinkle in some gargoyles. Just to block the Titan's initial shots against my dragons. But I think this should be enough. So it started out as a few, probably 4, and now it's grown to 6. So I have 12 spell power, which is just enough damage to kill one, which is rather unfortunate. Alright, that's great. Just to play it safe. Now that I have all these Warlock towns, I can... yeah, 3 Warlock towns, so I can actually triple produce. Gonna need a lot more gold though in order to do that, so I'm gonna go through here and get some gold mines. There's 2 artifacts here which increase speed, or movement rather, more spell power. Have to pay for it though, unfortunately. Oh, she came back. Okay. That was a bit weird. Looks like she thought, well, if I've got 0 defense, then I'm not going to be able to win, but if I've got 1 defense, maybe I can win. So that's kind of funny. That wasn't enough to make her no attack. Okay, I'm actually going to pause it there. Hope you enjoyed. see you in part 2.